Hello there. Today, we are gonna talk about our favorite dog lover. Yeah, the one with the cute wolf ears and her beautiful smile. Let's gonna go to the point. I think I cracked the code on Red Hood. I know exactly what Mary Sue did to her. You might think that she might be a really bad author, but sometimes even bad authors, they have a stroke of greatness, because people tend to think that in Red Hood Woods, the killing of possibly the husband or the father of Elizabeth Bathory, the grandma doesn't count. That was a dream. Red Hood never intended to kill her. She died accidentally. It's what it triggered her and relentlessly hate. But what if I told you the meddling of Mary Sue goes further beyond that? And I think Toro has left us a big clue on one thing. Red Hood is not only Red Hood. The biggest hint is she cannot go past 20. And why is this the biggest hint? Because have you ever heard of the novel called Carmilla, which is a novel loosely connected with Elizabeth Bathory's story, but there is no concrete evidence that it was based on her story. But also Toro took a little bit of inspiration of another franchise, Fate, specifically on the character of Elizabeth Bathory in Fate and Carmilla in Fate. Because let's say that Elizabeth Bathory is not really happy about Carmilla being her future, aka we could translate that the future of every parent is their children, aka Red Hood. But it doesn't stop there. Carmilla in her book is described as a red assassin. Who is also a red assassin? Red Hood. And honestly, if we put her fake Grand Order art next to the Red Hood art, we can see some similarities on the clothing. Coincidences don't stop there. If we can assume that Red Hood is Carmilla, it will make a lot of sense that Elizabeth Bathory has an unnatural hate, because it's a story based on her. And honestly, I think no friggin' novel would like to be portrayed as a fucking vampire assassin. And if you say that, oh no, yeah, you're just pulling the fake card, actually Toro is not inspired by Fate. What if I told you the friggin' Bluebeard? Yeah, that friggin' guy, he's claiming about Yang. Of course, he's taking inspiration from Fate. This is not over yet. There is another big hint on why Red Hood is a mixture of the Red Hood story and the Carmilla story. At the end of the book, the protagonist, which is not Carmilla, is another girl called Laura. After the traumatic events that she had to endure by the stalking of Carmilla after they killed her, she started traveling with her father for 1 year, but she never recovered from the trauma. Traveling for a year with your father and you never recover from your mental trauma. Who also has a similar story? Exactly. Red Hood after Black Souls 2, because Grimm is also her father, and the biggest link between these two stories is Laura was 19 when this happened. Guess who's also 19? That's the way that Red Hood knew that she was not going to be lasting past 19, because Red Hood knows she's a mixture with the story of Carmilla. And another final hint about the nature of Red Hood is on your interaction with her in Oxford University. She feels nostalgic about it. And it happens that in one of the adaptations of Carmilla, she is based in a university. Coincidence? Again? Toro? The red vampire assassin. She's not passing 19. The unreasonable hatred from Elizabeth Bathory. It makes sense. So I don't know if I cracked the code and I ruined the haha, this is the moment of the Red Hood. But it wouldn't be the first time that this has happened. Several other characters have been sharing same traits. Like for example, Goose is also kind of like Robin Hood. But then that would explain why in Black Souls 2, Goose does not return, because the Golden Chick and Robin Hood, they are two separate entities in this story. So that might be an explanation why Goose hasn't come back. Give it a thought, because it is interesting. And if I am right, you can come back to this video and say, bro predicted. Just that. Have a nice one, people. Take care. Let's see when we get that Red Hood.